Sup? So back to back, here's the next episode. I definitely hope we get resistance now because we've been having spy after spy after spy games being recorded. So let's hope for the best. Yep, so we are actually resistance and we get the first pick, so that's always nice. My hero is also going to be recording, which is also very nice. Nice to have another perspective. Let's see, Damon has card. Okie doke, I'm just gonna pick this because I'm just gonna reach out to hero. I'm gonna call him, yeah, I sort of like you. Let's see where this can go. Hopefully something comes out of that. The thing is, my hero doesn't actually have a pick on mission 1, so picking him doesn't really influence my chances of getting onto other people's teams. So it's really just, you know, throwing like a heads up to hero or something. Some Merlins claim that, you know, when they pick 3 people, they pick themselves and 1 spy, 1 resistance. That's a fair meta. I'm okay with that. But you always want to pick clean anyways, right? Try to pick clean. If anything, you know, my hero Numpole could have 1 spy and 1 res. So you know. Anyways, so this game we're going to be particularly watching our chat and once again, you know, trying to get onto teams. Sidex repicks. Okay. Dylan, Wymed, and Sidex. So my hero is saying, I hope Pro is res. I'm just going to reply to him as in a joking way, I guess, but not too serious. It's not just saying I'm res, as any spy would say, right? So I am res for sure, 10 out of 10, happy face, trust me, you know. You want to not look spy pretty much, and spies will definitely just say I'm res. So Tofu picks that, okay. Hero, are you res? Can I be on your 2.1? So here I'm hoping that his mission 2 pick will pick me. I am spy prenup. Okay, so Numpole doesn't take me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dylan's the next hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wyman's the next hammer. Okay. I'm spy prenup. Is that what you wanted me to say? Yes, I have much info now. So I'm just joking around with hero right now. We're dipping our toes in the water, I guess. You know, when you enter a hot bath. I don't know if that was obvious enough, but yeah, I had to explain it just in case. Let's see. There was some interesting stats about Lady of the Lake, which was something that we discussed about. Okay, that one failed. But let me just quickly show you guys the stats page. Lady starting team win rates. If the lady started with the resistance, we win 45% of the time, which is still negative, right? And spy wins 55. But if the lady started with a spy, then our chances of winning are really low, and spy's chances of winning are really high. So that's one of the big criticisms about Lady of the Lake, and why we added in Ref of the Rain, which is slightly different. But we'll get to that at a later stage, I guess. I'm not picking Numpole or Tofi. Numpole or Tofi, of course, that's mission 1. So once again, Lady of the Lake is passed around after every mission, after mission 2 finishes. So after mission 2 finishes is the first carding, then mission 3, then mission 4, then mission 5. There's 1 carding each mission. Pretty much if resistance survive this one, mission 3, they're all right to win mission 5. But, you know, getting past the mission 3 is hard. Wymad's taking Tofu. No one else is taking hero, which is a bit concerning. Tofu was at least picked onto mission 1, but even Tofu wasn't picked that much. Sidex was picked a lot because of that repick, and Tofu also still picked Sidex, so I'm not too sure. I guess I'll approve for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wymed has the next hammer and hero is the second last one. Okay. If we can determine whether hero and Wymed are the same team, that'll help a lot for calling the next hammer. If they're different teams, then it's safe to let Numpole pick a bad team so that we can have one of these 2 hammer. But if they're the same team, then we have to be very careful. Let's see. So Damon's picked this. So Damon's the first one to take hero, really, and which tells me they might be same team. If they're 2 resistance, that's good. If they're 2 spy, then that's bad, because I've been raising Hero for a bit. And Hero also joked that he was a spy. That one there. So here, I'm gonna hold off my pick for a moment and ask Dylan if I can be on this mission too. So me talking like this is a bit risky, but I do want to have a better idea of what's happening. I'm talking to Dylan, who is the next hammer. If he's a spy, then that's bad for me, because then I pretty much unmurder him by talking to him. But if he's res, then that's okay. I'll take this for now because I want to be on the mission. I'll take Tofu. Do I want to take Tofu though? I'll take Tofu Damon. Was that what Tofu picked earlier? Sidex and Pro, that's what Tofu picked. Dylan is M2 hammer. Yes, he is. Okay. Let's try this. I think Tofu also said that she liked me, didn't she? Yeah. So here I'm starting to be a bit more assertive. It said I'm telling him that he should take one of... Okay, I told him to take one of left side plus 1, but that's okay. I don't like Dylan right now. I don't like Dylan for his quick pick. So Hero is starting to not like me because I'm being too flip-floppy. Which is fair enough because I keep asking Dylan and then suddenly I spy him back. I don't like Dylan anymore. He can be spy for a while at least is what I said. Pro, you're inconsistent. Here, I just want info right now. I want to be on teams. So right now, Damon's asking who he should card. I want Ymed, personally, to be honest. But Damon seems to want Hero or Tofu. So you can see Dylan's already fallen silent pretty much. Well, Dylan's just said card Tofu, but Tofu is a really bad card here because if we card her res, she has the hammer pretty much because we don't have a clear hammer here. If Tofu is Merlin and she gets carded and called res, then maybe Percival, like Dylan, if he's Percival, would have something useful to have, to you know, some useful information. Though at this stage, I'd rather Ymed carding. And people seem to finally agreed on that. So Ymed was called res. I just realized Tofu and Hero were in mission 2 as well as mission 1. I feel like I have to accuse one of Tofu or Hero. If they're both res, then non-pole Dylan are spies. Sidex, me, Hero, and non-pole. That's a pretty bad team. That is a pretty bad team. I'm not sure why Dylan took 2 on mission 1. If he's resistance, he took 2 on mission 1, that's really bad. I don't know if I can call Dylan res here. I have to accuse him here, don't I? His team looks a lot more approvable. So that had 2 approves. That says a lot, actually. Tofu picked it. My Hero agreed that that was a decent team. Nonpole's now picking it. Nonpole was very quiet though, wasn't he? I don't like that. Yeah, nothing pretty much. No one's concerned about hammer right now. I just threw that out just in case. I said, so you know, we're at the fork path in our road. Is Ymed hammering or not? And most people agree, yes, he's hammering. Even Hero says as well. If I think Ymed is spy, then Damon and Ymed are both spies as well. Hero is saying, yes, that's true. And because I've already accused Dylan, he would be a spy too. But that doesn't happen because mission 1 has to have a spy on it, right? So the spy numbers don't add up. So Hero is picking that. Before you pick, I resign as Percy because we have no choice. If Dylan's Percy, we're fucked. Pretty much. He picked a really shitty mission 1. I don't know, shitty or not depends on what Dylan sees as Percy actually. So I'll hold back on that statement until later. I'm just gonna reject this for now. So Ymed sort of wanted Tofu on, along with him, me, and Hero. And I sort of don't really want that. I don't really want those 2 on the same mission here. It's just another one of those gut feels. I don't think those 2 are clean. Tofu res me very early on. But I don't know if I can really trust that. Okay, he repicks that. Is that game? So, we figured out that Hero Tofu definitely had a spy on it. So when Wireman wanted both of them on, I shut him down for that, right? So either repick or whip out a fresh new team is what I said. Now, the biggest problem there was that I was spying Dylan. The reason for that is clear enough, right? Because mission 1 was that, and Dylan took Tofu Hero for mission 2. Why would you know to take Numpole off specifically? How do you know Numpole is definitely the spy? And then add me on. And him on. As a Percival, I don't see that happening at all, you know? How do you do that as Percival? Is my question. Dylan claimed Percival near the end, but he had no idea what was going on. In fact, he over-proved a dirty mission after he claimed. I mean, if you're gonna claim Percival, at least have some information to provide to Resistance, right? At least know who your Merlin is, and, you know, salvage the game. At least let the spies still have to go for the shot. But he resigned, he claimed Percy without knowing anything. Like, that offer-proof just tells me that he gave up pretty much. In fact, from his point of view, that has to be confirmed bad, right? This team, it's confirmed bad from his point of view. He sees 2 Merlins off the team and only 1 other person off the team. There's at most 2 spies here, so there's another spy in this at least, right? I don't know what that was from Dylan. I don't know. You see, why would you pick mission 2 that quickly without consideration and not even, you know, not even accuse me back? At least accuse me back, dude. If that fails, at least have some idea of some information, right? Because if mission 1 had a spy on it, you know, if these 2 had a spy on it and he adds me on, he doesn't know if I'm the spy or if these 2 are the spies or one of the spies in there. It gives him no information. At least accuse me back to show me that you want to win, right? But he doesn't, right? Does he? I have Dylan highlighted. Yeah, he wanted that. Side X me, Hero, Numpole. Side X him, Hero, Numpole. He wants a mission 1 minus Tofu. And he takes the other Morgana. That's all he says, right? That's literally all he said. Before you pick, I resign as Percy because I have no choice. That's when he resigned. I resigned as Percy. Sorry. That's all he has to offer. Card Tofu. He wanted the Merlin carded. That's a shitty move as well. No, you can't get Tofu carded. You don't even know if Damon's a spy or not. He was a spy as well. If you carded Tofu and called a spy, then we're fucked. And it goes around, we don't know who's Hammer. You know, he's got misinformation, where he has to decide whether he trusts Damon or not. Does Sidex trust Damon though? Sidex has to trust Damon for Dylan to want that. But Sidex is quiet as well, right? Sidex pretty much said nothing. He's highlighted in red. But that's after the game finished. Yeah, see? He says nothing. Doesn't even reach out in vote history most of the time. Doesn't want to win. That I don't know about that Percy, man. That Percy play was really suboptimal. Like less than acceptable, really. I'm sorry, Dylan, if you're listening to this, I don't mean to be seriously shitting on you, but you know, if you just think logically, this should come to you. Especially that offer proof there. That tells us nothing. That to me is like, I resigned Percy, I'm sorry guys, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna approve. We lost, sort of. That offer proof is saying you give up, from your point of view pretty much, because you know that's confirmed bad. This doesn't even have a power roll on it. There's not even a power roll on this. How does that go ahead? Dylan doesn't even try to be on the team even after he claims Percy. He has to claim Percy and say that I am Percival, I want to be on the mission because no one else is contesting me, but instead he does that. You see, if you are the Percival and you claim Percival in a dire situation, you have to really want to be on the team. If no one contests it, then you should be forcing it as hard as you can to be on the team. If you're a spy and you do that, then you force Percival to come out. That's another valid strategy. If you really want the Percival to come out because, you know, you're deciding between two people to shoot between. But, you know, do something. Do something useful. Bring something to the table. You know. I don't know. Hero played that well. He did nothing wrong. I did the right thing by not trusting him too much. I didn't trust Tofu that much either, even though she was man in that game. I did like Ymed. I wanted Ymed card at first as well, right? Numpol I just couldn't tell because him and Damon, pretty much the same resiness or res status, pretty much like non-existent, right? They don't talk, they don't contribute. Numpol's just saying, oh, I'm sorry, I picked the shitty mission one. That's all his contribution, right? What else did he say? Useless pick. Okay, my pick is the worst. I'm sad. My triangle doesn't work. Of course his triangle doesn't work. It's mission 1 unless he means another one. That's the only triangle I can think of from his point of view. Am confirmed. He's not confirmed anything. Bribe Hammer picked. Okay, it failed. What is he saying? He's saying nothing as well. I like card mission 1. That's the only useful thing he says, but that's still useless. I mean, look, all the way through. Sorry, my pick is the worst. Don't pick together. What is he saying? He keeps saying that after the game ends. What did I say? Let's see what I said from my point of view. I'm Rez. I'm talking to Hero, you know, making sure that we're on good terms. Hero, are you Rez? Can I be on your 2.1? Does he put me on 2.1? He does, actually, right. Yes, I have much info now. Damon, who are you carding after M2? See, I'm already reaching out to Damon to see what he wants, because that was after 2.1. I want to get a heads up. That depends. It's recorded. So, Dylan, can I be on your mission 1? Oh, sorry, Dylan. Yeah. You see, I'm trying to be on mission 2. Maybe. What team do you want me to pick you? He's just saying nothing. Dylan, I better see some good stuff, maybe. I'll take you, me, and Ymed. So, I'll take you, me, Ymed. I'm talking, right? I'm showing my team. I'm thinking it through. I want to, you know, get other people's opinion because I want to be on mission 2, right? Tofu seems res, but I don't know why she rejects, but okay. She says, you see, I'm talking. I mentioned Tofu seems res. That's me liking her, right? In fact, I was the most Merlin until mission 3 happens. I called everything correctly so far. Dylan, pick me, please. Or I accuse. This is when I start to get really strong because he's not talking at all. I don't know what he's going to pick. I want to be on the team because I have no information, right? Dylan should take one of left side +1. One of this side +1 is what the team that I was thinking. And +1 doesn't have both of these on, of course, right? Instead, he takes that and he puts both the Merlin and the Assassin on. The thing is, he gains no information from that if it fails. He doesn't know if I'm the spy that got added on, or if there was inherently a spy in here from the start. He gained nothing from that, and then he proposes the next, you know, useless team pretty much. I don't like Dylan, so he can be spy. He doesn't even try to accuse me back. At least accuse me back or risk me back, saying you're sorry and that, you know, I'm probably res. He doesn't say anything. I have him highlighted right now. He says nothing here. Card Tofu. Come on, dude, you gotta chat more. Pro, you are inconsistent. I just want to know if I want to be on teams. So I don't really res spy Hero here, but he's sort of shading me, which is fine for him. Damon, can you card Ymed or Hero is what I'm asking already. I want Ymed or Hero. Either one would have been a good pick because, I don't know, I'm not sure if I would have called Numpol for Hammer, but these two cards were definitely better, right, for res. If we card Ymed, we have a Hammer. If Damon said Spy, then Hero can Hammer. In fact, if I were Damon, I'd probably say Ymed Spy. Then that would insinuate or suggest that mission 1 and mission 2 both had, no, scrap that, all that. No, scrap that. Yeah. Hero, who do you want carded? If carding me gives, blah, blah, blah. Card Tofu, that's where the line comes in. Can we get a Ymed card? That's the one I'm pushing for. I res print up. Tofu says that again. Tofu needs to accuse Dylan too. I do. I say that, right? Dylan not talking for spy, but he still doesn't talk. I don't understand. You have to talk, bro. You have to talk. So Tofu is clearly happy that Damon called Wymed as res because that helps resistance more. Dylan then calls out a really useless team. By this point, you know, I'm confused. You guys were listening. I don't know. I still accuse Dylan. He still doesn't say anything. I'm tempted. This is actually logical. Says hero. Which one was that? Tofu picked Pro, Damon, Wymed, Tofu. Pro, Damon, Wymed, Tofu. And hero says he liked. I'm tempted to app, but I reject that. In fact, Damon apped and Wymed apped, but Tofu rejected. The Percival just did nothing. I ask here, is Wymed hammering? Just in case. I said that at non-polls pick. Oh, sorry, at hero's pick. Because by that point, I'm pretty sure that there was one spy in here at most. They were on different teams. But hero said that he's fine with Wymed hammering. So I was like, okay, Wymed has to be hammering then. Oh, sorry, I meant that I knew at least one resistance in these two people. So, before you pick Irosan as Percy because we have no choice. We have no choice. He has no choice. He doesn't have the information. I really dislike that. 3.4. I rejected that. I really dislike that, is what I said. Right? In fact, Wymed approved that as well. I don't know if Wymed should be approving that much. Because if Wymed rejects that, I see Hero, Damon, and Dylan apps, right? Then those apps stand out a lot more compared to 4 apps versus 3 apps. Especially if one of the apps came from off the team, right? Then I'd think, okay, Damon, my hero, they must be PRs then because they're approving. But instead, and that'll make me think more. Is Hero really a Merlin or a Percy? Is Damon really a Merlin or a Percy? I don't really see any Percyness in Damon, yet he's approving. That would raise some flags, right? But with the Wymed approved there, you see 3 apps or 4 apps here, 3 apps like that. I'm like, oh shit. The VT is pretty, you know, convinced that the other 2 are the PR combo. So from Damon's point of view, if he's VT, he thinks that these 2 are PR combo. Hero's point of view, he thinks these are PR combo. You get the idea, right? Whereas, you know, 3 apps versus 2 apps makes a big difference. I don't know if Wyman should be approving those. Even though Wyman says he likes Hero, he has Hammer anyways. Why would he, you know, approve it? Well, yes, he has Hammer early. Oh, he has Hammer. Yes, he can approve early. But you have the Hammer, you may as well take it, given that, you know, you're 1 pick behind yours. And I mean, you're saying you have complete confidence that that team is correct, so I don't know about that. So that's why I reject you. You know, I rejected all the way through until I had to. We already had 2 fails, that's why I have to be so careful. Pretty much whatever you approve is the team that you want, is that you're saying that you want it pretty much. And here, Wyman says, what about adding tofu? I'm like, thing is, Wyman, if you wanted tofu, you should have rejected, but you apped. So, I guess take the previous team that Dylan off approved. I don't know. You see what I'm talking about? The Wymed approved there threw it off a lot. I wouldn't really want to pick Tofu and Hero together, is what I then said. So if Wymed thinks that I'm power roll, I'm saying the correct things, he can take Hero off or take Tofu, one of the 2. And I even said I disliked that previous team, didn't I? I really disliked that. So either repick or whip out a fresh new team. In fact, this line is pretty Merlin. That's a pretty good line. I really don't know. I think I've shit talked enough. Pretty much Dylan just needs to think properly. Tofu did her best. She's okay. She was active. She did everything she tried to do. Non-poll, too silent. All he said was his mission 1 was bad. That's all he said. His mission was bad. Useless. Wymed approving too much. Those are my criticisms. Anyways, I don't know how long that post-game analysis went on for, but hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you guys understand, you know, what should have been done there. I don't know. Oh well, hopefully that was useful. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hope I didn't sound too stressed.